What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the newest episode of the Realistic Rebuild series, and today we're going to be taking a look at the LA Chargers. Now, they are a very interesting team because when it comes to the sim, someone that has played as much of the Madden sim as I have, the Chargers, for some reason, like their roster, they're not a bad team by any means. Their offensive line is kind of the shits, but realistically, their offense and defense in particular is good enough to win a lot of games here in the sim, but they always are perennial playoff contenders no matter what happens, versus in real life where they, often are like a fringe playoff team. So we are going to be trying to do the impossible, and that is not mess it up, because whatever they do, they have going for them right now. But looking at the roster here, as always, it is a 5-year rebuild. I kind of have a direction I know I want to go with, but I don't know if that's going to exactly play out. But looking at the quarterback here, we have Phillip Rivers, who is an 87 overall. What we know about Rivers, more particular from the Snowhawks live stream series, because that is the relocation team we did, he plays till year 3. That's what we found out in the years past, and year 3 is right around where the player that I kind of want to get. You never know. It's all about what kind of prospects we draft. But Phillip Rivers will have 3 years at the helm. There's a chance we might win a Super Bowl or not. For what I want to do with this rebuild, we're going a full 5 years. I'll tell you that right now, even if we win the Super Bowl with Rivers. But yeah, Rivers is really good in the sim. Look at the running back spot. We have Melvin Gordon, 90 overall. He's 24, perfect age. He's a beast. He's perfect running back for a 5-year rebuild. We also have some depth there, like Eckler, 2277, which is nice. Maybe we actually can throw Braden Oliver here up on the trade block if there's much value there. I don't know. Looking at the wide receiver core, there we got Keenan Allen, again, 25. He's the money age you want to see in a rebuild. We got Tyrell Williams, 2582. And more importantly, Mike Williams, 2278 with a quick dev trade. So Benjamin here is kind of the odd man out. We'll see if we can throw up on the trade block and bring someone in. But Allen, Williams, and Williams. We had the Williams wall in Minnesota. Now we have the Williams, I don't know what the hell you want to call them. Both 6'4", so the Williams skyscrapers in L.A. But those are, if all goes well, those are going to be our 3 wide receivers for the remainder of the rebuild. Plus, at the tight end spot, we have Hunter Henry. He's 22. He's a 90 overall. There you go. Franchise tight end already. Still got old man Gates there. We're definitely not going to trade him. I have enough respect. But when all is said and done, man, our wide receiver core is set with Melvin. Like, all of our skill position players on the offensive side of the ball, outside of a quarterback, just because, Philly Rivers is going to hang them up before the end of time. It feels good. This is why, I kind of held off on doing the Chargers, because I knew they were very, very overpowered. Same goes with the offensive line. You definitely need a left tackle. You definitely probably want a guard of some sort. But Dan Feeney, who is regarded as one of the top guards from last year's draft, should be solid. And I've seen him go in the low 80s. So I figure if we start him right away, you can get up there a little bit. You have Forrest Lamp. We might actually want to move him to right tackle. I actually was kind of surprised with him at guard. I thought he'd be a better right tackle than guard. But either or, we can find a way to manipulate. But Lamp and Feeney are both, 2 spots on the offensive line for the remainder of the rebuild are set. Which, again, always positive, because if, more teams often than not, I'm going to have to invest heavily for almost every draft class building up the offensive line. I definitely want to work on the depth here, because it looks like there's a bunch of older guys. But in terms of starters, I'll take 2 of 5. Could be worse. Well, the defense, we have Joey Bosa, a.k.a. the most overpowered player from Madden 17 and 2292. My God. Then we have Melvin Ingram, 2893. Now, the age is a little bit worrying there, 28. He's definitely going to regress before the end of year 5. But if he can hold on, we'll be fine. Defensive tackle, again, 2786 for Lugier. I'm calling it, I know it's probably Legit. I think that's how they call it, but we're Canadian, so we're going to go Lugier, because that's how it would be pronounced up here. 27 is kind of the awkward one. 26, 27, they're usually fine, because around 30, 31 is when they start to regress. But, it could be a lot worse. It could be 30. Left side linebacker, okay, we definitely need to get someone there. Middle linebacker, someone there. Outside linebacker, we're going to slide these. We're going to diversify this talent here. Perryman, why is Perryman not inside? Both these guys are short. Why aren't they playing inside linebacker? But they run a 3-4 or 4-3 here. I think they switched to a new scheme. All right, we'll just okay. We're gonna go with the honest that they're gonna stay as an outside linebacker, and we'll move you there, and you are going to be from Akron, a balanced linebacker. Because both those guys are solid. I'm going to be counting on both Perriman and Mr. Jatavis Brown, who took a big hit. Maybe we'll move Jatavis Brown inside, perhaps? Both these guys are very talented linebackers, and I assume, and was kind of counting on them when I was beginning this rebuild to be, you know, two of our three linebacker spots were, oh my god. All right, we'll figure it out with Jatavis Brown, but he's going to be, you know, he's definitely has a whole lot of upside. In the secondary, we have Casey Haver, 27.93. That works out well. We got 86, 85, 83. These corners are sick. What we're going to do here, Trey Boston's young, Adai, like this secondary is sick. We're probably, can we trade out? We might need to trade one of these guys. I don't really want to. Verrett has been pretty damn solid. Let's see what kind of value maybe we can get on the trade block from Jason Verrett. He's 85. He's quick. He's perfect age. But all in all, man, this is a really, really good rebuild team. And I probably, you know, it's something you might not think about. Obviously, they're a prime candidate for relocation. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to relocate them or anything like that. In this video, maybe we'll revisit at some point. But if you're trying to find an easy, in quotations, team to rebuild, there is a lot to work with here in the LA Chargers. So let's sim into year one, see if we get any trade offers from those players we threw up. And if not, let's get into the damn thing. All right, in terms of our players, of course, there would be second-round picks offered for Travis Benjamin. We might as well just take the one from the Jets. You know, maybe they just really value his speed. They need some guy on the outside. I don't know. But Jason Verrett's going to be interesting. I mean, it's going to have to be a first. There we go, a first and a seventh for Verrett. That's something that is, ooh, we do need a middle linebacker. I could definitely see Jason Verrett pulling a fringe first-rounder. First and a seventh. We got Ben Jones. First and a sixth from New York. So, you're going with the Jets. We're going to go with the Jets here. Kotowski, that's a tough one because we could use middle linebacker help. But we're, you know, it's the Jets. They're going to have a really high draft pick. And unfortunately for Jason Verrett, there's just too much damn depth behind him. So, thank you. He's a really solid corner. But the fact that we now move, we only got a first-round pick, and essentially we downgraded to from an 85 to an 82 corner. And the 82 corner is like 3 years younger. So, shout out to the Chargers for drafting incredibly well, and the Jets by just taking all of our talent. So now, let's get to the regular season. Alright, so we're at the end of the regular season, and like I said, look at that, first round bye. The Charger team is legit. 11-5, first place in the AFC West. Anytime in year one you get your divisional title, that's very nice. Look at Philly Rivers went off, 4,500 passing yards, 38 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Running the ball, we got 1,200 yards, 12 TDs from Melvin Gordon. We got 12 touchdowns there from Oliver. Probably should have done our due diligence and moved Eckler into that spot. But, you know, it is what it is. Receiving, we had 87 catches, 1,300 yards, 8 touchdowns from Keenan Allen. Very good season. 800 yards, 7 TDs from Henry. 1,112 from the rookie Mike Williams, which might have actually got him Rookie of the Year awards. We'll check that out later. 630 and 4 here from Tyrell Williams. And on the defensive front, we got 132 tackles, half a sack, and 4 picks from Jatavis Brown. Trust me, I was, you know, willing and able to gamble and giving him a starting spot, even though he wasn't the highest linebacker, because I know he's a beast, and he played as such. We got 19.5 sacks from Melvin Ingram, 10.5 from Joey Bosa, 8.5 from Denzel Perryman, 7 from Toomer. They are bringing the linebacker blitz big time. Lugier was 6.5. We got 5 picks from Des King. My God. 4 from Jatavis Brown. 3 Emmanuel, 3 Adai. Look at that. Just really good production on the defensive side of the ball. Like, that's probably the biggest surprise. Everyone knows the Chargers offense is pretty good. Their defense is really solid in Madden. MVP went to Drew Brees. Phillip Rivers coming in at number 4. In the AFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Ben Roethlisberger, with Philly Rivers coming in at number 2, runner-up. Defensive Player of the Year went to Talvin Smith. Melvin Ingram, a runner-up, with Jatavis Brown at 5. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Deshaun Watson. Mike Williams coming in at number 6. I mean, it's always tough for a wide receiver to win that award. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to TJ Watt, with Des King coming in at number 2. So we got a bunch of XP that we're going to be able to spend. But first and foremost, before we do all of that, who is going to be our victim in the divisional round as we're trying to win the Super Bowl year 1? We have the 10-6 Bills at Chargers Stadium, aka StubHub. Let's do it. All right, here we go. We got the Bills. They're coming across country. Hopefully they're jet lagged. Hopefully we have that advantage to us as we get up to 7-zip here in the first quarter. We're just kind of controlling the game there a little bit. But Buffalo's fighting back. I'm very surprised the Bills actually made the playoffs here in year 1. Credit to Sean McDermott as we missed the field goal. God, and now we're down 14-zip. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Are we going to get bumped? There we go. 40. I'm making it competitive, but our defense is just getting dominated by that prolific Buffalo Bills offense led by Tyrod Taylor. But look, we're sticking in here, baby. We're sticking in here, baby. Let's go. They said it in Fast and Furious, we live our life a quarter mile at a time. That's what we're doing. Third down, make the stop. Come on, baby. Let's get it. We got the stop. Holy. Only the Chargers can put up that kind of production and that kind of performance in a day. Look at that. Phillip Rivers, 226, 4 touchdowns, 121 yards from Melvin Gordon, as the Chargers somehow, someway survive and beat the Buffalo Bills 28-24 at home. Oh, what was I said? Only the Chargers gonna be able to win a damn sim game like that. Let's jump into the AFC Championship. We don't have LT to get hurt. Charger fans will get that reference. All right, in the championship against the Patriots. Now we're really going to take the sim to the fullest, because the Patriots, like, this is going to be, you're going to let Tom Brady win the cover, boy, or you're going to let the Chargers do the damn thing, as we're up 10-3. Looking pretty competitive, which is pretty much all we can take at this given juncture. Look like 10-10 ball game. So we're moving the ball here a little bit. Settling for a field goal. And they didn't get the instant touchdown. Oh, boy. Oh, look, settling for that field goal right there is going to be detriment. We're going to go 16. They're going to get 17 instantly. Look, it's like I know what's going to happen. Oh, there you go. That was the tie turner right there. Settling for a field goal in the red zone. But again, man, like I said, it's really tough to predict because we are the Chargers. The Chargers are so dominant in the sim, you never know what's going to happen. But it looks like they're getting lots of, like, every time we score, they get some crazy touchdown garbage. We're in the red zone. Oh, my God. Oh! We're going to the Super Bowl. Oh, my God. Like I said, there was so much garbage in that. Every time we got, like, a field goal, every time we had to settle for a field goal in the red zone, they would instantly get 7. It happened twice in that game if you're watching it. And I was calling it. But you can't, like I said, the Chargers in the sim are just that damn good. Look at that duelist there between two really good quarterbacks. 335, 3 TDs for Phillip Rivers, 100 yards rushing for Melvin Gordon, almost 100 yards receiving for Keenan Allen. As the Chargers, in an all-time classic, able to beat the Patriots 36-32 to finally get to that Super Bowl. There was a couple in-prime Charger teams back with LT. That's what I made the reference last day. And it seemed like every time the Chargers, when they were really good, they'd either A, LT would get hurt, or B, they'd come up against the Patriots. And we get a little bit of vindication here, as it's now time. Year 1 Super Bowl for the Chargers. All right, here we are in the Super Bowl, taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, which is kind of a win-win. A, either I'm going to win a Super Bowl with the Chargers, even though I said I'm doing a full 5 years. We can't fail. If we win the Super Bowl year 1, we at least have that, you know, the requisite of a successful rebuild. Or we lose, and the Eagles win in a rebuild. And I know most people watch this are Eagle fans, so it's a win-win from that. So let's see what goes on in this game. The Chargers get the instant touchdown. Does not look good opening for my Philadelphia Eagles. 14-7. They're fighting back here. Carson Wentz and company able to put some points up on the board, but the Chargers are just being too much for this defense. Just pick it on, I assume, Jalen Mills. Jalen Mills is not doing any finger wagging at this point, as it's 28-13. Oh, come on. Eagles, show some fight. Show some damn fight. This is, oh my God, get that Simpsons meme. Like, stop, he's already dead. 42-21. We are winning a Super, like I said at the very beginning, the Chargers, there's something about this sim that makes the Chargers just a ridiculous team. And there you go. A year 1 Super Bowl for the Chargers. I want to say, expect more year 1 Super Bowls, because I said I'm doing all 32 teams, and we still got, you know, the Falcons, the Packers, we got the Rams, the Seahawks still left to rebuild. Those are a lot of good teams where we might win the Super Bowl year 1, but nothing will compare to the Chargers just for how overpowered they are in the sim. So I'm just going to actually let it go up to the Super Bowl. I can't skip any of this or else you miss the glorious where they lift the Super Bowl. But like I said, I have a plan in mind for this Chargers team that I want to do. So I'm not just going to end it after year 1. And that's what I'm going to do now. We're getting to the really, for the most part, really, really strong teams. Like, I think we've got the Bucks, the Lions, the Broncos, the Titans. I think we have 8 or 9 teams left. Those 4 probably are going to be a little bit different. Like, it's going to have to take a little bit of team building to get to where we want to be with those teams. But yeah, we're getting to a lot of really talented rosters. And you're seeing it right now. Super Bowl in year number 1. So now this video is turned into a little bit, can we build a dynasty and more so, what are we going to do once Phillip Rivers decides to hang it up? But this one here is for the Charger fans that have gone through countless really talented Chargers teams that get hurt in the playoffs and losing. We got a Super Bowl already for you, so nowhere else to go but up for this rebuild, as we've already, like I said, we already got the goal by winning the Super Bowl. So now let's see if we can maintain it after we beat up my Philadelphia Eagles 42-28. So that is very hot. Let's jump into the offseason and see if we can repeat as Super Bowl champions. All right, so looking at our draft class, is probably the only fire thing we have yet to do in year one. Wasn't our strongest class. In the first round, we get a 77 overall wide receiver, normal dev trait, which we made Michael Gallup from Colorado State, one of the top, most productive wide receivers from the past college football season. It was a tough one in regards to what wide receiver that I really wanted to use. It's really between him and DJ Moore from Maryland, but we decided to go with Gallup, who's going to be, our fourth wide receiver on this team. We got a couple mid picks that look really good. I actually thought I was going to have an absolute stud draft class, and some of these guys, I don't know if there's a new patch today. Maybe they mixed in some new prospects. Made it a little difficult, but still in the 6th round, we get a 77 overall center with a quick dev trade who will probably start day one. We made it Shawn Welsh from Iowa, who's probably going to be a mid-round draft pick for this year's current draft class, top 5 center. Then we actually hit on an undrafted free agent projected fullback in the last round of 78 Ackers, who will move on from J.J. Watt's less successful brother. But, I mean, not the best draft class, but we did get a new starting center, which is always nice as we look to repeat as Super Bowl champions. All right, year 2, let's do it, man. Not a whole lot has changed. I mean, we got a lot more development. Melvin Gordon, Mike Williams up to an 84. Offensive line, still a work in progress. We move Forrest Lamb to right tackle. We have Wall starting, Feeney here. We have Caldwell, a rookie. Okun's probably the only bad salary that I want to move on from is Okun. He currently has a $7 million cap hit. Hopefully we can move on after this offseason. Other than that, man, the Chargers have a bunch of cap, which is awesome, but we have a bunch of guys we're probably got to get ready to sign. Defense, we full up made Des King a free safety now, 86 overall, replacing Trey Boston. DeChavis Brown and Denzel Perryman, these are two guys that I hope really start to develop a little bit. I know we can get Perryman. I've seen him personally go to like 84, 85, so we know a hit of that. But I'm a little bit uncertain with DeChavis Brown. His stats are pretty good, so we've had a decent chunk of XP back-to-back years. And we do need a defensive tackle too, I guess, if we're trying to nitpick at where this roster could get better. But all in all, definitely a capable team to try to repeat. Let's see if we can do that. All right, remember what I said about having lots of cap? Not going to have it after this period. Hayward needs to get re-signed. Melvin Gordon, Trevor Williams, Tyrell Williams, Denzel Perryman. All these guys need to get signed. That's 40, 50, 60, 78. That's over $130 million worth of elongated cap. But we got to bring back all these players, so we're going to do our best. We'll overpay if need be. I do not want these guys hit in the open market so the Redskins or Dolphins can get 130 plus points on their free agency bid. So let's bring them back. Here we are at the end of season number 2, and it looks like another first round bye is in store for the Chargers. 10-6. Well, they have the O, I guess, for the Broncos tie, but another AFC West title. GG, no re. Looking at Phillip Rivers, another spectacular season. 4,700 passing yards, 36 TDs to 13 interceptions, and his sacks got cut down. We got 1,100 TDs, 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns from Evan Gordon, 13 touchdowns from Eckler. As far as receiving is concerned, Keenan Allen went off. Almost 100 catches, 1,400 yards, 12 touchdowns. Mike Williams, 813 and 7. 840 and 6 from Hunter Henry. 840 and 6 from Tyrell Williams. All acceptable numbers there. On the defensive side, 131 tackles from Jatavis Brown. 3 sacks, 2 picks. Come on, for the love of God, give him some beast XP. We got 100 tackles from Perryman. 100 from Melvin Ingram. 20 sacks from Melvin Ingram. 9.5 from Bosa. That's probably been the only surprising thing, is Bosa hasn't been going off as much as I would have expected. And on the interception, secondary front, 5 from Adai, 4 from Casey Hayward, who we were able to re-sign, 2 for Brown, 2 for Des King, and a couple picks individually down there. Quickly look at the yearly awards. MVP, Aaron Rodgers got the nod. Our boy Phillip Rivers coming in at number 5. Coach of the year, of course we wouldn't win that. Racist. Offensive player of the year went to Le'Veon Bell, with Phillip Rivers coming in at number 4. Defensive player of the year, Melvin Ingram. Hey, there we go. We will take that. Showing some respect to our defense. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Michael Gallup coming in at 10. Okay. Defensive Rookie of the Year, this guy, Dixon Christie. I think he's our free safety. Doesn't matter. You don't need your rookies to make a lot of impact when your rest of your team is straight Studley the Dragon. So what we're going to do here is we're going to sim right through the playoffs. So that's what I'm going to do. We're just going to straight up sim. We're not going to play the moments and stuff because now this rebuild's turned in. We already got our Super Bowl. We'll definitely keep, going to review it. But now it's about how are we going to rebuild after Philip Rivers retires within this 5 years. So let's see if somehow, some way the sim can lead us to another Super Bowl and then get into the offseason. So in the divisional round, we played the Ravens and were able to beat them 35-21, putting up 35 points on a very good defense. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick for Philip Rivers. We got 76 yards and a TD there from Melvin Gordon, 112 yards, 2 TDs from Keenan Allen. And on the defensive side of the ball, we got 3.5 sacks from your Defensive Player of the Year, Melvin Ingram. Good God, he was hungry. And then we moved on to the conference championship where we barely got edged out, unfortunately, by the Jags. 1 game away from the Super Bowl. Still, full credit to his team. Philip Rivers did his best. 400 yards, 3 touchdowns against probably the best defense in Madden right now. But credit, Fournette had himself a great day. And, it is what it is. Calais Campbell looks like he ate us alive. He got a bunch of sacks where we did not. So unfortunately, he fell short there. But again, still another very, competitive effort from this Charger team that's trying its hardest to become a dynasty. Will Philip Rivers return for another season? Will he not? Let's find out by jumping in the offseason after we spend all of this XP. Alright, so here was our draft class. We had 2 first-round picks. If you remember, we traded Jason Verrett for 1. I want to get my quarterback next year. I feel like this is the last year with Philip Rivers. We passed on a quarterback that had A- throw power, A- short throw. He was an 81 quick dev. So one of the better quarterback prospects if we drafted him. We flipped him for a first next year. So we're going to have 2 first-round picks next season because obviously where we finish, we're probably not going to be able to land a stud quarterback if there is one. But I'm still very happy with our pull, as you can tell. First round, we had a first 78 overall linebacker, superstar dev trait. So we made it Tremaine Edmonds from Virginia Tech, one of the most talented linebackers in college football. Because of this, we're going to move probably Tavis Brown to the left outside linebacker role. But he's an absolute stud, man. This is a great pickup. We got a 75 right guard here, normal dev. We need a right guard to start for us. Those stats are really good. 90 strength, 92 impact. So, upside. And then here we go. Second round. I'm telling you right now, block shed and strength. If you can get a defensive tackle when you're scouting that has high bench press and high block shed, go for it. This guy here was supposed to be a 4th round pick. 93 strength, 82 overall quick dev. So we made him Raekwon Davis from Alabama. Exact, to the created prospect height, weight. Raekwon Davis 6'7", 305. This prospect was 6'7", 305 or 304, so it works out very well. And Raekwon Davis is an absolute monster. If you watch the college football playoff, which you're going to find out in just one bit, this whole rebuild's basically based around that. Raekwon Davis was a freak of nature at the defensive tackle spot. I really think he's adding his name along with Dexter Lawrence, Rashawn Gary, and of course the monster Ed Oliver for a first. There could be 4 first-round defensive tackles going in the 2019 draft. Rest of the class, we get another 75 right guard, a couple depth here on the offensive line. So all in all, a very, very solid draft class, especially when you get an 82 plus or 80 overall plus at any point, especially in the second round. So let's jump into year number 3, see if we can get Philip Rivers a Super Bowl, what we assume will be his final season. All right, so here's a quick look at our roster in year number 3. Everything's looking real solid here. Offense stays pretty much the same. We do have a weak link here at left tackle, though. Only a 71 overall. Probably could have done better to prepare. We could make Feeney there, who would be an 83. Actually, let's do that right now. That's probably not going to yield great results, but that's just kind of better dispersing our offensive line. Look at the defensive line here. Now we have Raekwon Davis pairing up there. Melvin Ingram starting to decline, even though we got 20 sacks. It was Defensive Player of the Year last year. Our linebacking course, Tavis Brown, Edmonds, and Perryman. So other than that, this is pretty much the same team that's been able to dominate the AFC West. Let's see if we can make it 3 straight seasons. All right, so it's contract time. We have Hunter Henry, Joey Bosa. Philip Rivers wants to come back for 1 more year. It's not happening. Thank you for everything, Mr. Philip Rivers. Hopefully we win you a Super Bowl, but the plan of this rebuild was to get a quarterback after 3 years, so goodbye. Plus, we can use that cap elsewhere by bringing back Tavis Brown. So like I said, Tavis Brown, Bosa, and Hunter Henry, all top requirements. It's like $100 million. It's expensive. All right, so here we are at the end of year number 3, and of course, so we said we're going to move on for Philip Rivers. Let's just look at what happened. So we won the AFC West once again, 12-4 on the season. Looking at the stats, Philip Rivers, 45, almost 4,600 passing yards, 47 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Oh my God. All right, we got 1,200 yards, 15 touchdowns from Evan Gordon, 11 touchdowns there from Eckler. We got not the 900 yards, 7 TDs from Mike Williams, 1,112 from Keenan Allen, 804 from Henry, 1,012 from Tyrell Williams. And on the defensive side, we got 123 tackles from our rookie Tremaine Edmonds, 112 from Jatavis Brown, as well as 8.5 sacks. So great season there. 18.5 sacks from Bosa, 16 from Ingram. Where's our boy? Oh, Davis only 1. That's a little disappointing. 5 picks from Adai, who's been really productive. 3 from Williams, 3 from King, and 3 from Casey Hayward. So as soon as I said we're moving on for Philip Rivers, he goes out and wins the MVP. The plan is to get a quarterback. I just can't do it. Realistic rebuild, you're not realistically moving on from it. Maybe you might not play that. I don't know. But we're gonna re-sign Philip Rivers. We'll bring him back if he wants to come back. I mean, he wanted 14 mil. We'll see if we can pay that. Wow, MVP Philip Rivers. Offensive Player of the Year went to Philip Rivers. Defensive Player of the Year went to Telvin Smith, Ingram, and Jatavis Brown coming in 2 and 3 respectively. Wow. All right, so yeah, I was not expecting him to win the MVP award either. Neither was Philip Rivers. So we are here once again for another playoff push, 3 straight years. We're like I said, we're gonna simulate it because this whole rebuild was supposedly about getting our quarterback after year 3. Actually, where did the Colts finish? Are we gonna have a chance of getting like a top 10 pick to get this quarterback? We traded with the Colts, and they are yeah. So we'll have a fringe top 10 pick, so we should have a chance to get a quarterback. We did scout 2 quarterbacks that look kind of nice. So yeah, what we're going to do, we're just going to sim through the playoff experience once again and set up for year number 3. And just like that, we're in the Super Bowl again, going up against the Philadelphia Eagles again. Taking a quick look here at the playoff schedule and how we did in the divisional round. We beat the Jags in a revenge game from last year's championship. Philip Rivers probably was on, not a hot game there for Philip Rivers, but Blake Bortles did with 1 touchdown, 3 picks. In the conference championship against the Dolphins, we showed that they were no match for us. 38-7 defeat. Philly Rivers firing on all cylinders. And now we have the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll actually play the moments in that. I feel if we make the Super Bowl, we might as well make it a little bit more special to see if we can win 2 Super Bowls. All right, here we go. Repeat Super Bowl. Eagles looking for revenge. I wouldn't be upset if we lose this one, just to give my Eagles some sense of morale here a little bit. Rocking and rolling though. Eagles settle for a field goal. We're up 7-3. And oh my God, we're starting to lump it on here. Eagles holding in tough. Carson Wentz trying to do the damn thing. We got a weird looking kicker there. 24-14. The Eagles are pulling ahead here, but we're trying to equalize, put some points up for the end of the first half. 24-17. Entering the second half. It looks like the Philadelphia Eagles offense might be too much on this day for the Chargers defense. Oh no. Oh no, this is an ugly one. They're stomping us. Who would have thought the Dynasty would have been the Chargers versus the Eagles now? The next, I don't really know. There's no real Dynasty. Like the Seahawks Patriots turned into the Eagles Chargers, but we tasted defeat on this one. Still another Super Bowl appearance. But on this day, Carson Wentz was just too much for the Chargers. Now, we're going to have to try to re-sign Philip Rivers. There's no way in hell we can let the MVP walk. But also, it's time now to get our quarterback for the future. So that kind of works in anyway. The quarterback that I want, we can have Rivers. He's only coming back for 1 more year. So that means we still have, what's that? We still have 3 years? 2 years? 2 years with our new QB, a backup if we can get a stud one. I don't know yet if there is one for sure. But after a Super Bowl defeat, we want to get right back into the season and try to do some damage in year 3. So let's do that now. Year 4 act. So here's our first time we're showing you a free agency here in this reel because we haven't signed anyone. Of course, well, Philip Rivers decided to retire, so we need to get our quarterback. Of course, Carson Wentz would become a free agent, an available free agent. The Super Bowl winning quarterback, 92, becomes a free agent. Thank you, Madden Sim. But he's not in our plans. So look at what we're trying to bid at. Taylor Decker at left tackle and Suat Cravens at safety. We're currently the leading bidder for both of these players here as we look ready for a big offseason now that we have to replace our MVP just decided to retire. And we didn't get either one of these guys, which is spectacular. Who would want to come to a team that's a perennial Super Bowl contender, huh? God damn it, man. All right, let's get into the draft. So gambling, everything has played into our hands as we were able to get the quarterback that I wanted from the very beginning of the rebuild. Tua Tagovailoa, the Heisman looks like a future Heisman Trophy winner. Looks like Marcus Mariota 2.0, because surely that's exactly what Nick Saban needed. But the man, the true freshman that came in and led Alabama to the playoff title over Georgia, the national championship, Tua Tagovailoa, 79 overall. Quick Dev, the second best quarterback in this year's draft class. I think the best one, there's a 77 superstar. But it's definitely something to work with. Has big shoes to fill in from, reigning MVP Phillip Rivers hanging up his cleats. But, let's see what kind of damage he could do, man. He looks incredibly talented. Man, one of the best irons I think I've seen in quite some time from a true freshman quarterback. Then with our second first-round pick, we got, staying with Alabama, Dylan Moses, the outside linebacker, 80 overall, does have a slow dev trait, which kind of sucks. But, we only got 2 years to go, so we should be fine. With that, we got a 76 tight end here in the second round. Absolute terrible pick right there. See, look, even I'm prone to make bad decisions. A couple 70s. Look at this one. 77 right guard in the 4th round with a superstar dev trait, which is very nice. He very well might up starting. And a couple, look at this, actually, nice money round. He's projected to go in the 7th round. A quick dev QB. Absolutely, I'll take that. But Tagovailoa, Moses, and of course this 77 superstar dev guy are without a doubt our best draft picks. And now it's the Tua time. Tool time. That's a joke I saw on Twitter, making fun of Home Improvement for anyone that's old enough to remember that show. Oof, let's see what he can do, man. This team is ready. After losing the Super Bowl, we're ready to get right back in there. We don't want to take any steps back. Let's see what the kid can do. All right, here we go. Year 4, the Tua era has begun. Look at the offense looking very fire. Melvin Gordon's a 94, Keenan Allen 93, Mike Williams fringe 90, 95 Hunter Henry, Forrest Lamp 92. We have now moved Dan Feeney to left tackle, a little bit undersized at 6'4", still will get the job done. Caldwell's an 80, Welsh is an 84. We now have our superstar right guard here, 77. So I expect by the end of the year, with the offensive line XP boost that we have for Anthony Lynn, this is going to be in a very, very good offensive line. Plus, they all have youth on their side. Look at the defense. Everything inside of Raekwon Davis, not really developing a whole lot, has been money. He was an 82 when we drafted him, still staying at 82. Our secondary is looking very nice. Linebackers now, Edmonds up to an 86. You got Moses. I mean, this really good team. This is a really good team, and I'm very interested to see what Tagovailoa can do with this unit. So we'll stop at the midseason point. If there's any contracts we need to talk about. If not, hopefully a 4th straight playoff berth for the Chargers. All right, it's a big contract time. As you can see, we have almost $100 million in cap, and we're going to have to spend most of it with Allen, Forrest Lamp, Melvin Ingram, Casey Hayward, Dan Feeney, Mike Williams, Des King. And then, if we can spare Adai and Luge, can get their money. But, I thought we had 100 mil. I was like, man, this is going to be, one of the most complete rebuilds of all time. But it's going to be a lot synced into keeping our original investments, players we all drafted. So we're not going to have a whole lot of bucks, but these are guys that we need to re-sign. Now let's get into the offseason. Might not be a playoff berth. We're sitting at 3-5 here in the midseason. A little worried. And here we are at the end of year number 4, and this is something that is uncharted territory for this Chargers team. We did not make the playoffs. Tagovailoa with 26,000 XP probably meant he did all right. Oh, well, I'll take that, I guess. 3-way tie for first place in the AFC West, 9-7. Really, really competitive division. Let's see what Tago did. As a rookie, 4,400 passing yards, 29 touchdowns, 14 picks. Got sacked 32 times, which is a little surprising. But, I mean, all in all, that is a very solid rookie season. That's like breaking a lot of rookie records for starting quarterback. So I will take that. Melvin Gordon, 1,300 yards, 12 TDs. Got 15 vulture touchdowns here. Good year from Gordon. Mike Williams, 81 catches, 800 yards, 7 touchdowns. We got 1,200 yards, 5 TDs for Allen. We were able to re-sign all of those free agents we talked about. I think now we're from having $99 million in cap. I think we're at 20 right now, which is a little rough. We did not utilize the tight end very much. Less than 800 yards and only 1 touchdown for Hunter Henry. 900 yards, 9 TDs here from Tyrell Williams. On the defensive front, we got 117 tackles, plus 3 picks from Tremaine Edmonds, 107 from our rookie, Dylan Moses, and a sack. We got 18.5 sacks from Melvin Ingram, 9 from Joey Bosa, so the sacks are definitely down from our Phillip Rivers era. We got 6 picks from Casey Hayward, 5 from Trevor Williams, 3 from Edmonds, 3 from King, 2 from Jalil Adai. That's not bad. The turnovers are definitely where we want them to be. Quick look at the yearly awards. MVP went to Marcus Mariota. Some saying we have the, clone of him in Tagovailoa. Not much else there. In the AFC, offensive player, they went to Mariota. We had no one. Melvin Gordon coming in number 10. Shout out to him. Ryan Shazier got Defensive Player of the Year with Melvin Ingram coming in at number 7. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Tua Tagovailoa. Hopefully he made the Pro Bowl and all that stuff can give him. He had a quick dev. I would very much like to get a superstar dev trait without having to spend all of his XP to get that. Or at least half of his XP. We got a couple other guys here. Anderson and Craig. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Dylan Moses. Very nice. Hitting on both of our first round draft picks. Is mint, but still not making the playoffs is a tough pill to swallow considering that we were tied for first place in the West and we were the odd team out. But, we have one more year to do the damn thing, plus all his XP to spend, so we are going to be going all in, balls to the wall, in year number 5. Alright, so we're in the last period to try to win a Super Bowl year 5. Well, we already won a Super Bowl, try to win another one. So it's time to just, what's the point of going down with money in your pocket? Julio Jones is a free agent. This is the first time we've seen this happen in a rebuild, so I decided let's go all in. Why don't try to be like all the other rebuilds that are on YouTube and try to get Julio Jones? Fortunately, Khalil Mack's not there. But I've never actually played with Julio in a sim, so I assume he is a monster. So we're well and ahead the number 1 bidder to pair him there with Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. And then we're going Jared Davis, Florida Gator bias, but I would like to get him and move him to one of the outside linebacker slots, or maybe move Edmonds to an outside linebacker spot. Either or, we need to get better there. So let's see if we can land both, or at least one of these guys, but we paid a lot more than every other team. If we don't get them, that's some Madden cheese. And we're able to get, oh my god, okay, well we got Julio Jones and we got Kevin King to be our corner 3. Unfortunately, Jared Davis did not. So let's jump into the draft with Julio Jones and Tua Tagovailoa. Ooh, that's scary. And here we are looking at the year 5 draft. I'm not gonna lie, I made my first round pick and I just let this computer take over the rest because we're complete. But look at that, an 81 normal dev safety in the first round. I usually find it incredibly difficult to find 80 plus safeties. Usually they're like 78 caps, so that is really, really good first round pick. He actually might start for us, and the rest of it, like I said, the computer just did a terrible job. This might be only like the 2nd or 3rd time out of all the rebuilds that I've just said screw it, let the computer do the job, and I don't think I'm ever gonna do that again. We got a 72 wide receiver here. Ugh. But hey, we got the safety. It's fine. We literally did it. The only reason why I did this is because we literally need nothing. We are absolutely set. So let's jump into our 5th and final year. All right, here we go. 5th and final year. Here is where we're at with the team. Tagovailoa is up to an 86. Gordon's a 93. Our wide receivers now are Julio Jones 93, Keenan Allen 92, and Mike Williams 88 in the slot. Offensive line is looking very, very solid. With no one below a B+. Hunter Henry, 97 overall. He's an absolute animal. Even though his sim stats aren't really particularly great, he's developing well. Bosa's a 96. He's a freak. Right, we got Raekwon Davis up to an 85, which is better because he didn't develop whatsoever. Ingram a 90. We got Hayward's a 90. Trevor Williams is an 89. Griggs, our first round draft pick. Literally our only good draft pick. Will start a linebacking core of Dylan Moses, Tremaine Edmonds, and Denzel Perryman. Looks very, very solid with Jatavis Brown's depth. And Des King is an 88. So this is a very solid team that is incredibly hungry to get back to the Super Bowl and win another one. So let's do it. And at the end of the 5th year, first round bye, baby. Exactly what we need. Look at all the pluses. This team is just firing on all cylinders. 14-2 in the AFC West. Just I trust you guys believe me, just to make sure we didn't force any results or really cheese up anything. There you go, just making sure. 14-2, just, from 9-7 a year ago to this, that is incredibly drastic. Tua Tagovailoa, look at that, 4,400 yards, 44 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, day and night from where he was a year before. He's a beast, man. He's an absolute beast. Running the ball, we got 1,300 yards, 11 touchdowns from Melvin Gordon. Receiving, we got 90 catches, 800 yards, almost 900 yards, 9 TDs from Keenan Allen, 1,200 yards, 16 touchdowns from Julio Jones, 778 and 5 from Hunter Henry, 891 and 8 from Mike Williams. And on the defensive side of the ball, we got 103 tackles, a sack, and 2 picks for Tremaine Edmonds. We also have 20 and a half sacks for Melvin Ingram, 7.5 for Bosa, 7 for Raekwon Davis. Every interception front, 4 from Hayward, 4 from Adai, 3 from Griggs, 2 from King, 2 from... How do my 2 safeties have that kind of numbers? Running lots of 2 safety sets here in LA. Look at the yearly awards. MVP went to this guy, Kaliko Ellison. think so. Oh my God. Wentz is now on the Bills. Tagovailoa coming at number 6. 44 touchdowns only gets you number 6. Okay. Cool then, bud. Offensive player of the year went to that Ellison guy. Tua came at number 3. Defensive player of the year went to Ryan Shazier. Melvin Ingram, runner-up once again. He's been a beast, man. Tremaine Edmonds coming at number 10. Offensive rookie of the year. We didn't really draft anyone. Defensive rookie of the year, our dude Driggs, coming in at number 3. So it's playoff time. Trying to win the second Super Bowl of this rebuild as the game froze because I love this game. When we get back, we'll find out who we're playing in our opening matchup, and we'll get to it. All right, here we go in a rivalry game of sorts in the divisional round against the Broncos. Tagovailoa is a lefty, so I have to get used to that. I forgot that he actually was a lefty, so we're trying our best. Lead him! Oh, and he drops it. Okay. Yeah, so Denver got the opening ball, and they drove down the field to put up 7. So now it is our time to try our best and equalize. I haven't yet to find our target Julio Jones, which would be nice. Not even on the field right now, which is excellent. Exactly what you want. So we're going to be floating into Mike Williams. He's a beast, man. Mike Williams is a beast. And we get the equalizer, 7-7 apiece. Oh, let's go, Julio. Oh, he's so slow now because he's like 40. Well, let's get it. Breaks the tackle, takes it to the house. Tagovailoa and these wide receivers are on fire right now. Boom, shakalaka. All right, here we go. We're in the red zone. A little bit of a grindy game, up 17-13 here in the third quarter. Trying our best to pull ahead. Oh, that's right there. Boom, fit that in. Oh, come on, battle. I want guys that battle, you know. Tyrell Williams, I guess, is not up to it's not ride or dying right now. But it's about time we run the ball. We got to remind ourselves we still have a 90-plus overall running back in Melvin Gordon, who's pretty damn good. C4 special, will you work? Yes, oh, come on! Oh, one-handed tackle by, I don't know, is that Will Parks? I don't think so. All right, we'll try one more time to the other side. How about that? Give him a bite on it. A little twofer. Oh, come on, get your damn blocks and let me get in. Oh, my God, and we outran our blocks, setting up a 3rd and long. Anthony Lynn with the very questionable play call. We're going to throw that up to Anthony Lynn. Corner strike. Let's go with the cheesiest play from Madden 17 and see if we can work with our lefty. I'm going to try to find Julio in the back of the end zone. Oh, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Let's go. You're a dual threat. Oh, and he fumbles it. God damn it. That was just terrible. Terrible drive. We're just going to sim this one out here. We're luckily able to, computer's helping us out a little bit, pulling us ahead, and puts us in the AFC Championship as we are able to survive and beat the Denver Broncos 34-20. Tagovailoa had 4 touchdowns, 2 fumble losses on the day. Obviously through the air he was spectacular, but needs to protect the ball better if we have any ambition of trying to win the Super Bowl. But another one bites the dust. Let's move on to the next round. Alright, so we're in the red zone. Texans in the AFC Championship. Texans a team historically in Madden that I struggle with. They're able to put up 3 on their opening drive. We're trying to get a touchdown here and prove that. Oh, behind! Oh, that was a cheese right there. 9 times out of 10, that running back steps out of bounds, but I guess 90-plus overall Melvin Gordon says, 7-3 Chargers. All right, here we go. 13 seconds left. Our special teams was able to give us the go-ahead touchdown, 14-13, and we're trying to get some points here at the end of the first half. Oh, let's get another timeout. We have one more play before we have to settle for a field goal. If we get a touchdown here, I feel like our defense is playing well enough. It should be able to get us over the hump into another Super Bowl appearance, but we have to get a touchdown. So let's see. We'll send Keenan Allen in motion. Ideally, Mike Williams. The Y route is where we want to go. Boom! There we go. Mike Williams, 21-13. Chargers over the Texans at half. All right, we're letting the sim do the job here for a little bit, a.k.a. I have kid things I need to kind of do, so ideally the faster we can finish this, the better. And look at the sim just taking over, 42-26 right now, 49-26. Tua Tagovailoa only does is win damn games. Look at this, 5 touchdowns, 389 yards. Julio Jones, 9 catches, 106. Let's look at the actual quick box score here. 5 touchdowns. You put a performance like that, look at that, 165 from Julio. Henry and Williams also went off. Whew. Super Bowl, baby. Let's get that Super Bowl. Here we go. We're just creeping inside of the red zone here now. We have a 99 overall offense taking on the Giants. This is like, has this story been said before? A 99 offense and the New York Giants somehow, some way make it to the Super Bowl. Hopefully history doesn't have a strange way of repeating itself. They were able on the opening drive to put 7 up on the board, which wasn't great to see. But now here we are in the red zone. Let's see if the C4 special will work on this occasion. Looks like they're getting ready to jump on a blitz, which usually means good things for the special. And it does, as we get in for 7 to tie this ball game up. All right, so a pick 6 from the Chargers defense, and then the Giants equalizing has us at a 14-14 ball game. But the Chargers are pressing here. Oh my God! Wait! Great patience, and hit Keenan Allen, who's actually been a monster. I've hit Keenan Allen like 3 times on this drive. Perfect 9 of 9 for Tagovailoa, as we are looking to get the go-ahead touchdown here. First and goal on the 4-yard line. You might say hit them with the C4 special. We don't want to get too predictable with that. So let's see if we can chuck it into our boy Julio Jones, which we are. He's wide open. 21-14. Hopefully that's the score going into the half. You're Julio Jones. Catch that. I hate that shit, man. Oh, there you go. There you go. Remind him who you are. You make up for that miss. You make up for the missed extra point we had, I guess. There we go. Julio Jones makes amends for a really bad drop, which let's be honest, let's throw it to the game mechanics as we get the touchdown here. Go ahead in the 4th quarter. What a play with that. Get arm tackle Julio, baby. He's going to punish you every damn time. Gone. He's gone. Oh, that's a bad play. That's 15 yards for the face mask. Thank you very much. Even though it seems like every time we score, the Giants automatically get a touchdown, which is very frustrating. But we'll take the 15. That'll bring us up to the 13. Okay. Okay, maybe a little screen pass action. Maybe that's what we need. That's what we need to dial up. Let's go. Little screen passeroni. Boom. 3 blockers out in head, and oh, he breaks the tackle. There we go, Melvin Gordon. I hate that, man. The lead blockers on screen passes in this, the AI is terrible. But luckily, Melvin Gordon's able to secure that. Let's go. Come on, end this game. End this game. There we go. Tua Tagovailoa, all he does is win championships, be it as a true freshman for the Alabama Crimson Tide and winning them the national championship. After coming in, not playing a single game all year at halftime, now in year 2 of his young professional career, winning the Super Bowl with the Chargers. I'm not going to get too cocky. This is our 2nd Super Bowl. We're not going to go through the whole celebration and stuff like that. Again, we'll get to it. But yeah, one hell of a rebuild, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. We saw MVP Phillip Rivers. We saw one of the best freshman quarterbacks in college history make the transition to NFL, be an absolute stud, and everything in between. So I hope you guys did enjoy. As always, smash the like button. That helps me out. Subscribe if you're brand new. Next week's rebuild is a Raiders rebuild. John Gruden. Oh, we got some ideas there. So I hope you guys are able to tune in for that. But that does it for me today, guys. Thank you for watching. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.